Warning. This show contains strong language and topics that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me late face Your head like a sword in your head.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of the Suplah. I'm not Andy Kwan, bitches. I'm Sam Brooks, and with me is Liam Dunn. Okay, what's wrong with you?
Okay, basically, the reason why I wasn't on the show last week was because I spent pretty much most of the weekend and Monday and Friday in Ibiza. Everything hurts. Everything still hurts. Like, it's actually incredible. And you know what's weird? I don't really remember much as to what happened. I remember some things, but not everything. I remember. No, wait, that was a dream where I met Shaquille O'Neal. He wasn't there.
By the sounds of it, it looks like you got drugged, Liam.
Not gonna lie, there was a point. I was told this, right? I don't remember this. I was told this fact. Apparently, I ended up face down in the sand, and then a bunch of black guys came over and tried to turn me over, or at least that's what they were claiming to say, that they were trying to turn me over. I could have been a prison wife by now if it wasn't for my friends. Although, to be fair, there's a chance they were probably considering letting me go.
They might have just been trying to make sure you don't suffocate in a floor of sand.
But I wanted to sleep, I was saying. I was just like, I want to sleep. So, that's...
In the sand. In the fucking sand, you wanted to sleep.
Sam, have you ever got drunk?
If you knew me, you wouldn't ask that fucking question, Liam.
But I might know you, but the listeners might not.
I'm straight edge, I don't drink, so no.
When you get to a certain point, you just want to sleep. You don't care if it's on the ground, on the sand, on some woman's chest who's a big fat girl called Rambo. That's not even a fucking joke. I was walking down the street on Saturday night. Big fat black woman grabbed my hand. She was like, I show you good time. You like my son. You like my son. My son, baby son, like you. And I'm like, I'm 25. What do you mean,
the
baby
fuck
son?
are you doing?
She's grabbed my arm.
What
This
was
is a legit
that
story.
voice?
This is a legit story. She grabbed my arm. And she was like, come with me, come with me. And I'm like, no, get off me. Some woman basically tried to rape me.
I wouldn't go that far, mate. I wouldn't
was
say that's what
close.
happened. No.
She wouldn't let go.
Maybe she was just trying to help you out. Maybe just show you a good time with some Jenga or some checkers. Who knows?
There was, like, literally, right? I would walk 5 minutes down the street and at least 3 people would come up to me offering me drugs. Right? That's not even a joke. And you know what, right? Right? Shh, come here. Right.
What is it?
Shh. They were all black.
Oh my god!
All of them were black.
What a surprise.
That's racist, Sam.
Yeah, you're the one who fucking said it, mate.
But, hey, no, I'm not being racist. I'm saying a fact. They were all black. I
Okay.
did not say all black people were drug dealers. I just said all the drug dealers were black. That's not racist. That's pointing out a fact. That's like saying he had brown hair, which he didn't. He had black hair because he's black. Anyway.
Fucking hell, Liam. I think we should just talk about the news now, because that's what we're here to do.
No, there was one point, right? All they did, these black people who were clearly African, I don't know what they're doing in Ibiza, right? Right? They were all trying to sell sunglasses as well. I'm like, I've got sunglasses on my face. Why do I need another pair of sunglasses? Though, literally, one guy was like, buy one, get 9 free. I was like, why would I need 10 sunglasses? There's a group of 8 of us anyway. But, you know what I find weird? They would come up to me going, hey, Del boy, you want some Charlie? You want some skank? Yeah? Del boy. I was like, they're calling me Del boy because I'm white and I'm English. I'm not quite middle-aged, so I don't know why they're calling me Del boy, but it's because you're white and English. And I just thought, That is racist. Because if I said piss off Zulu, I probably would have
Oh
been nice.
my god!
What?
What is wrong with you?
That's a fact, though.
What is wrong with you?
There's nothing wrong with me. That's just a fact.
Jesus Christ!
What do
I
you-
have nothing to say to this. I have nothing to say. I'm in a state of shock right now.
Do you know who Avicii is?
What?
Sorry, I'm changing the
What?
topic.
What? Sorry, is this Liam's vacation slideshow or is this for Suplah news and reviews? What is happening?
Do you know who Avicii is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I went and saw his concert. He's
Oh,
a DJ,
great.
apparently. He's a DJ. I saw him on Sunday, right? Now, no offense to people who are into that sort of music. I don't even know what to call that. I call it fucking dial-up internet connection, but apparently it has an actual name. No offense to them, but you look at like a rock band, like you look at Metallica, and you've got all four band members, like they're putting on a show, they're interacting with the crowd. This guy, it looked like a massive stage, and it was just one bloke who was about my age who had plugged in his Apple Mac and just started playing his iTunes. I don't get it. Why did I pay €50 to just see some kid probably surfing the internet while listening to music incredibly loudly?
Okay, so I just Googled him and his name is actually Tim. He's Swedish and he looks like a randomly generated character from The Sims. His name's Tim.
His name's Tim.
Not gonna lie, if my name was Tim, I'd probably want to be called Avicii as well.
I'd fucking hang myself. No offense.
What? Okay, okay, news time. I don't even care anymore.
But I went on a boat party. I saw
no,
Tom Cruise
no.
today. I saw Tom Cruise today. I didn't realize it was Tom Cruise because I was looking at his dog, who was white, and he's like a little. I think it's a terrier. I was like, oh, look at the dog, and then Tom Cruise walked past me with the dog on the lead. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting for a Wednesday at work. I nearly drowned on Saturday.
Are you done?
I went into the sea.
Oh,
right?
really?
Well, we were on a boat, right?
Oh, great.
I did actually say I'm on a boat to several women.
Really?
I don't. They were all Spanish.
I can already tell.
They were all Spanish. I don't think they know what I was saying.
Okay.
But I was like, I'm on a boat. But we got into the sea, and I jumped in, and I'm paddling around. I'm like, oh, this is really nice. This is really nice. And then I was like, my legs are starting to lose a bit of energy. It's getting a bit more difficult.
Lose a bit of energy. Are you the Energizer Bunny?
Starting to get a bit difficult to kick around the water now. Oh, look, I'm about 2 minutes away from the boat. Let's have a look down, see if I can rest my feet. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I'm in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea.
No shit, you're in the middle of the sea.
It's about 100-foot gap between me and something solid beneath me. And I'm like, yep. I genuinely thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to drown. I didn't. Spoiler alert, I survived. But how else am I here? Nice one, Liam.
So, according to you, right, on this holiday, on this 3-day, 4-day holiday, right?
Yep.
You were almost made into a prison bitch.
Yep.
You were almost kidnapped by a large African lady.
Yep.
And you almost died in the middle of the sea.
Yep.
And you were sold drugs at many opportunities.
Yep.
And you went and saw Tim do a concert.
Yep. And I don't really remember anything from Friday. A couple of women chatted me up. I say they chatted me up. They were probably just trying to get drinks out of me. They were lovely. They were lovely. There was a girl who... Now, I've got a girlfriend, but...
Yeah, I was just going to say, what?
I've got a girlfriend. I didn't chase after it, but there was a lovely Scottish girl in an Irish bar. Bit weird, but okay. I found out where she lived, and I knew her age.
Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all, Liam.
She told me, bro!
Oh,
she told me.
Right. Good cover.
She told me her age. She's from Aberdeen. She's 23. Didn't get her name, though.
Great. So all hopes of that are gone.
Well, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah?
But she was fucking amazingly fit. She was like, imagine.
I'm imagining.
A girl. Right?
Is that it? Imagine a woman. I can't do that, Liam. I've never been outside before.
You sound like Andy.
Hey, I'm fulfilling his role quite well.
Yes, but Ibiza was an interesting holiday. Don't think I'll go back. Mainly because I lost a lot of my dignity. I threw up 3 times on Friday, apparently.
Amazing. That's not even close to the world record.
Well, it's like I drank, and then I threw up in the sea, and then I drank again, and then I threw up again.
Yeah, that's how the human body works, Liam. I filled up my stomach and then I emptied it again. It's like, what?
Well, I'm just saying, like it was fun, but I also got sunburnt.
We have news!
Oh, sorry. I thought people were interested.
I'm interested, but we have a time limit, buddy. So we might as well just talk about the thing that we're here to talk about.
I saw Andy Serkis 2 weeks ago. He was
Oh,
in
what the fuck?
Okay, all right, fine.
So every time we have to move on, you bring up something even more interesting.
Well, it's not my fault. I have an awesome life.
An awesome life?
An awesome life.
Yeah, great. Okay, moving
Yeah.
on. Speaking of people who have awesome lives, we might as well talk about a returning face that might be returning to the WWE soon. The Undertaker.
I'm not going to be beating around the bush here. The Undertaker just shouldn't. He should just retire.
Yep,
Like,
agreed.
the thing is, though, and it doesn't matter if he was in great shape at WrestleMania 31 against Bray Wyatt. It doesn't matter to me in that. The fact of the matter is, the only thing the Undertaker had left going for him for his WWE career was the streak. The streak was ended by Brock Lesnar. You can agree, you can disagree, you can say it was a good match, you can say it was a poor match, whatever you want, right? The fact of the matter is, Undertaker has nothing to prove anymore.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing for him to accomplish. There is literally nothing. Unless you do some sort of redemption storyline where he beats Brock Lesnar, there is literally nothing for him to do.
But
I get
even if
that
that
he's
happened,
an attraction. Sorry, Sam. I get that he's an attraction. I get he's part of WrestleMania. I understand that. But the thing is, The Rock was part of that once. Stone Cold was part of that. Hulk Hogan was in 9 WrestleManias in a row. Everyone has their day. Undertaker should just bow out. He should just be inducted into the Hall of Fame next year. Do what you want, but I can't see the reason as to why he's around. You could look, Austin has retired. He's still around, but he's in sort of a, cameo, sort of ambassador role. That's fine. It wouldn't suit the Undertaker's character, but there's nothing left for him to prove in the ring. There's nothing, no more championships for him to win. No one really for him to beat. I think the only person he has never beaten, as I said, is Brock Lesnar. That's the only new thing you could potentially do.
and I think that is what they're building towards a Battleground, but let's take a look at some of the specifics here, some of the nitty-gritty. Reddit insider Falcon Arrow reports that the Battleground main event isn't being talked about enough, and I quote, "The guy with the coffins will be making an appearance at the event." So unless he's talking about Pedro Morales, I assume he's talking about The Undertaker. And Undertaker himself has recently been seen working out at gyms in Austin, Texas, perhaps to prepare himself for some WWE appearances in the coming months, and this will actually be the first time in 5 years since The Undertaker has appeared for the company to build towards something other than WrestleMania.
Actually, that's not strictly speaking true.
Oh?
Let's not forget, I think it was after WrestleMania 28, or 29, actually, where The Undertaker faced off against The Shield in London on a SmackDown.
And yes, you are correct. Well. That did indeed happen. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that for whatever reason.
Bitch, please, fucking genius at work here. All right? Just saying.
The elephant never forgets. I get it, but
calling me fat? Are you calling me fat?
Point is, this guy hasn't really done anything other than WrestleMania, only sometimes for about 5 years.
You're fat.
Yeah, really, Liam? Really? You're just gonna take the insult I gave to you and then give it back to me? That's fucking amazing. Genius at work here. Bravo.
You have a vagina. Anyway, the point of the matter is, I don't really see what Undertaker... like, even if they do this redemption storyline of him versus Brock Lesnar, it doesn't even make sense from a narrative point of view. Why would Undertaker wait a year and a half before going, actually, Brock, let's talk about that match? Why would he do that? From a narrative, I mean, okay, it's WWE where the whole point is after 3 months, everything that happened is now written out of canon. But it doesn't make sense, right? You've got to have some form of continuity. Why would The Undertaker just not do anything for a year and a half and then just go, oh, my time to strike is now?
Hang on, he's never spoken like that in his entire life. I don't know what fucking voice I was meant
He,
to be.
that's him without all the superpowers.
Oh, I am the Undertaker. You will rest in
Rest,
peace.
rest in peace. What was that? What even was that?
If I knew, I'd tell you. I really don't know what's going on with you. You're either on the head with impressions or you're completely out of it. There's just no in between with you.
The thing is, because Andy is currently on the dole and I am paying him tax, no, I'm not paying him tax.
Wait, hang on. What does that have to do with anything?
I was going to say, because he's not here, right? Because he's on the dole.
Right.
Because he's had to go to some course because he can't get a job. Right. And I'm paying my tax money to give him money. Right.
Not how it works, but okay.
I just want to point this out.
Right.
Someone has to do the bad impressions on his behalf.
I see.
At least it wasn't Dusty Rhodes.
I'm
name is Dusty Rhodes. That's not even how it goes, Andy.
I know you're mocking Andy, but Liam.
What?
Just leave it, for God's sake. But back to The Undertaker, if we can.
Okay.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that there was that one time when both him and Lesnar were in the same building at WrestleMania 31, and he didn't think to do something there? From a narrative standpoint, they've had many, many chances to hit each other with whatever they have, but there's just been an afterthought.
The thing is, as well as that, from a narrative point of view, it doesn't really make that much sense. The Undertaker can apparently control lightning. Last I heard, if you got struck by lightning, that's probably going to take you down for a 3 count.
Most likely, unless you're Brock Lesnar, and nothing will take you down for a 3 count.
Except for Seth Rollins.
Except...
Oh, no, wait, he
no.
pinned Roman Reigns,
Yeah, he pinned Roman Reigns. Lesnar has been pinned since fucking whenever he got pinned by Triple H for last time.
That was SummerSlam 2014? 13? 13.
2013, yeah, so he has been pinned in over a year, for God's sake.
Yeah, but he's only had like 3 matches.
Also a good point.
So that's not exactly an undefeated streak, is it?
No.
It's not quite Goldberg.
No, not really. Who had like a 200-match undefeated streak. Lesnar is what?
It wasn't quite that. It was like 81.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But what? Lesnar's like what? 6-0 since then.
In like what? Nearly 2 years.
And who's he faced? He's faced fucking John Cena, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Oh, and Kofi Kingston.
The Big Show.
Oh fuck! I completely forgot that happened.
Everyone forgets that happened.
Oh, why are you bringing up repressed memories? I don't want to remember that.
So, yeah. What were we talking about? Yes, it doesn't make sense from a narrative point of view.
No, and it doesn't even make sense from a practical standpoint because I just don't care about The Undertaker. Like, I get that he's a fan favorite and he's done a lot for the business and everything, and I respect that, but right now, in the WWE picture, he doesn't fit. Like, what will you do with him? What, build towards a freeway at SummerSlam with him, Lesnar, and Rollins for the title? Or just give Lesnar another shot at The Undertaker in a completely pointless match? Like, that match doesn't need to happen. Like, what's the point?
The only way that an Undertaker victory over Brock Lesnar will matter, I'm sad to say, would be at WrestleMania. Doing it on SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank, Raw, SmackDown, Heat, Velocity, doesn't matter. If it's not WrestleMania, the victory is meaningless.
And I have to agree. So, okay, if, say, Undertaker does show up in the main event of Battleground and costs Lesnar his title and makes sure that Rollins pins Lesnar, okay, so Rollins is the guy who's finally slayed the beast.
Also, it turns Undertaker into a heel.
It does, because Lesnar has been acting like a babyface on the past couple of weeks of Raw television, where he's destroying cars and throwing the debris into fans' faces.
Because, you know, Superman did that in Man of Steel, and he's still a good guy.
Yeah,
He's
now,
still a heroic character.
only thing is, now he's got Batman on his ass, so can't imagine
Well,
what's going to happen now in the WWE, if we're drawing parallels.
Ben Affleck, but, you know, whatever. Ben Affleck is kind of like... WWE's version of Ben Affleck is kind of like Heath Slater.
Carry on. I want to see where this is going.
They're both dickheads.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Anything else?
They both think they're better than they actually are.
Okay.
They are both from the South?
Isn't Ben Affleck Canadian?
That's, well, South North Canada.
South North Canada?
I don't fucking know. Wikipedia it.
I'm messing with you. He's from California.
That's South, West, Middle. Look.
Why are we talking about Ben Affleck?
Because you brought him up.
No, I brought up Batman, sir.
That was for no reason, mate. You brought that up for no reason, sir. You were just like, I'm Sam Hoop-a-dup. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, really? Is that your impression of me, really?
Oh, is that your impression of me, really?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
is there an echo in here?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Is there an echo in here? Brilliant.
I'm being done. I suck dick for a living, oh.
I'm Sam, I'm a dickhead.
Oh, that's not what I said, oh.
Yeah, I'm not doing an impression of you, though, am I?
See, this,
well, I am.
This happens when two immature brats are on the same show together. Anyway, I don't care about The Undertaker. I don't care if he comes back. All I care about is Rollins retaining.
Did you see Wonder Woman in that trailer? She was hot.
I'm not even talking about that.
Okay.
And now I'm imagining Seth Rollins in a Wonder Woman costume. Thank you, Liam.
Wonder Seth. Wonder Seth.
You have a problem with Tough Enough, don't you?
I do have a problem with... Well, it's not so much me. I actually enjoy Tough Enough. What it is it's actually the USA Network. And I can kind of see where they're going with it. Now, the USA Network, according to reports online, have said that there's two major issues that they've got with Tough Enough. The first one is the historical aspect of Tough Enough. And I'm writing in a long series of articles about Tough Enough at the moment. So I'll briefly go into this right now. And it's that when you look at the previous... I think we're on season 6 now, aren't we?
I believe that's correct.
If you look at the previous 5 seasons of Tough Enough, the winners, the quote-unquote winners of each season have either failed or are currently working somewhere else. The closest that Tough Enough, a winning competitor of Tough Enough, has got to actually being a big star is Johnny Nitro / John Morrison, who is now Johnny Mundo in Lucha Underground. Not like you look at the guy who won the last season, Andy Leviathan or whatever his name
Andy
was.
Levine, I believe his name is.
I was pretty fucking close.
Pretty close.
Right? He didn't even make it onto the main roster before he got fired.
No, he made a TV appearance with Stone Cold backstage, and then CM Punk came in, and then he walked off screen, and he was never seen again.
Literally just fell off the face of the earth.
He's like that guy in Full House who went upstairs and never came back down.
Exactly, right? That is exactly what happened. He won it. This was supposed to be a contract to be a WWE superstar. He won it, and he didn't even make it into the main roster, right? You know who did? The one who got eliminated first, who turned out to be fucking Cameron from the Funkadactyls, who said her favourite match was, my favourite match was Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Is that her doing a Jim Ross impression?
These guys
I can totally do a Jim Ross impression. You want to hear? I think the Ring of Honor guys need to slow down.
Need to slow down.
Jesus Christ! But yeah, you have a point. Like that entire season of Tough Enough was a complete failure, and the one successful person that they produced, no one likes. She can't even pin a person properly.
the most successful competitor from a Tough Enough show, not even winner, is The Miz.
Yeah.
The guy didn't even win the competition.
And he's already hit his peak. He already peaked before he hit 30. He's done now. He's over.
He's been WWE champion. He's main evented WrestleMania, and he's beaten John Cena. Okay, he is from Tough Enough, but he didn't win it.
No.
Ryback was from Tough Enough, but he didn't win it.
No. And now he's Intercontinental Champion after a failed main event push like 3 years ago.
Do you see? You can see their problem. They're not, these guys, like, they're not, I don't even know why anyone would go on Tough Enough, because it's got such a poor track record of actually making stars.
And it's even worse with the women. What kind of women have won Tough Enough before? Jackie Gator? Who? Nydia? Who? Linda Miles? Who?
Oh, Linda Miles, she was Shaniqua for like a year.
God, she was like the dominatrix for the Bashams, wasn't she?
That's what you've got if you're going to win it, guys.
Apparently
That's what the girls
so.
have got. And this is what I mean. They never build these. I understand that not everyone can become a main event WWE legendary Hall of Famer. I get that. Not one of the winners of Tough Enough are currently with the company. The guy who won it last made one appearance in a backstage segment before being released from his contract. What does that really say what does WWE really think about this show? If that is how they're going to treat the quote-unquote winner of this quote-unquote reality show. And then, on top of that, there's a format issue. What is it? What is Tough Enough? Is it a reality show or is it a game show? What is it?
It's both. It's both at the same time, and it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Okay, Chris Jericho and Renee Young as the hosts. Paige, Hulk Hogan, and Daniel Bryan as the judges. And we've got Booker T, Lita, and Billy fucking Gunn for some reason as the trainers. You have a mixture of live show and pre-recorded and talking interview heads, and it doesn't work. You've got a mixture of total divas, basically, and literally a game show, a WWE-style game show. And it doesn't work. It doesn't mesh. On top of that, you're allowing the audience to vote. Okay, I think this is the first time that they've done it really since ever. Like on the scale that it is, where the audience completely controls the eliminations. Because in the past, I think the audience could vote for who would win the final two or whatever. You get what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah, I believe you're correct in that.
This is the first time where the audience gets to say who stays and goes each week. But the problem is they're only given, 30 seconds?
That's more than enough. That's more than enough, isn't it?
No.
Oh, my mistake.
No. Because the thing is, you look, I don't really want to use these as fucking comparisons or examples, but you know what? They're successful and they've been around for years, and you can sort of, okay, maybe they don't have the greatest track record with their winners either, but you look at something like X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, America's Got Talent, Big Brother is a good one to look at, actually, weirdly enough, and they always have like an hour where the audience gets to vote, and then they come back after that hour and they reveal who's been eliminated, right? That is viewer engagement. There's a reason for them to come back. Tough Enough doesn't have that. I'm not quite sure what Tough Enough is trying to be. To me, the thing that it's trying to be the most is Big Brother. Weirdly enough, right? Because right now they're trying to emulate the Total Divas style in the reality show section, and it doesn't work. They should just lock these people away for 13 weeks, and on the WWE network, you can have a live stream of what's happening in the barracks, as they're called. That's what it should be. But no, they don't know what they're trying to do. And to me, it feels like WWE's kind of forced this show because they don't really know what to put in that slot.
I mean, I have to agree with you. And I've only ever seen the first episode of Tough Enough, to be fair, because I decided, right, that's enough for me. I don't care about this show after one episode, and that's already a bad sign, right? But my main problem is the people that they've got on the show are completely different than what you would expect them to be. Like, it's almost as if they're portraying characters just for the universe of Tough Enough. For example, Paige. Why is she suddenly the Simon Cowell of this universe? Like, she's on Total Divas, which I have to watch frequently because that's in my contract, but she's nowhere near the same amount of person as she is on Tough Enough. Daniel Bryan looks like he's just had a toke session with RVD before he comes out every week, and Hulk Hogan is, well, he's Hulk Hogan, and that's enough of a problem as it is, right? Chris Jericho, worst show host that they could have picked. Compared to Steve Austin, Steve Austin made that show, which had no benefit towards making any superstars, right?
That show didn't make any superstars. It was just basically the Steve Austin show. It was Steve Austin yelling at people for an hour, and it was fucking awesome.
It was awesome, but now you've got Chris Jericho, the game show host, who seems like a charisma vacuum every time he talks.
And it's weird.
And the worst part,
he's so charismatic.
Exactly. And the worst part about this entire thing is that The Miz is the best part of this show.
That is so bizarre that it is actually The Miz's talk show on the WWE Network, and The Miz is actually really fucking good. He's so quick-witted. He asks really interesting things. He's funny. How is he the best thing about it? It doesn't make sense.
Whenever he shows up on TV, I want to punch him in the face. Like, that's not congruent. That shouldn't happen.
The thing is, for me, going back to what you said about Paige, I completely agree. It doesn't make sense as to why she's been cast as a Simon Cowell, because you know what? She's only been on the main roster for a year and a half. That doesn't make... What is she talking about? I need to see passion. Paige, bitch, please, you've been there a year and a half. Calm your fucking tits. If anyone should be the hard ass, it should be Hulk Hogan. He's the one who's actually made something. Okay, he had a sex tape, but you know what? In some circles, that's a badge of honor. Not my circle. I thought it was a bit disgusting, that video.
No, when it's with Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, that's not a badge of honor.
I said in some circles, damn it.
All right, okay, we're not in those circles. It's fine.
Right? But he's the one who has main evented WrestleManias, won the world title. He conquered WWE and WCW, and he even conquered TNA, which, okay, isn't that difficult to do, because all you need to do is wrestle in WWE for a year, and then they'll give you a world... Not even that! I don't think Derek Bateman or Eric Carter the 12th ever made it to the main roster outside of the NXT show. And he still won the world title on their program.
Eric Carter the 12th?
Whatever his freaking name is.
Ethan Carter the 3rd. And you're completely right. He didn't make it onto the main WWE roster, from what I can tell. He stayed in the weird NXT limbo after it was a, weirdly structured game show, but before it was the developmental leagues.
Yeah.
That weird in-between period where he was arguably the best part of the show. But he's currently undefeated in TNA, and he's their world champion. Good on him. I'd rather him than Kurt Angle, but that's beside the point. Point being, right? I don't know. What was the point?
The point being is that it doesn't make sense as to why Paige is the hard ass. It doesn't make sense as to why Ethan Carter the 12th, 13th, whatever his name is...
Bird. Can you count?
...has made it to the world title in TNA when he didn't even make it on Raw or SmackDown. That is literally like the Zombie from ECW becoming the undisputed champion of the world.
Well, I think it's time for the Zombie's push. I mean, he's actually dead now, so...
He is genuinely actually dead. He's living the
gimmick.
He's living the gimmick. Not even Undertaker's that hardcore.
No, not even.
There you go.
Oh god, we're horrible people.
What? I'm not telling the Undertaker to be that hardcore.
I'm not. No.
Hardcore. Nothing wrong with it. If you're a little bit of a pussy, that's fine.
Tough enough, yeah.
Tough enough. The thing
Pile
is,
of shit,
and you know what? But, no, because I have been watching it, to be fair. Because I think it's far more entertaining than fucking total shitty twatty bitches. It's far more.
That's total divas in human language, I think.
It's far more entertaining than that, simply because of one person on that show.
Is it ZZ or Patrick?
Fucking ZZ is
ZZ, yeah.
He needs to win it because he is just he's like the Carl Pilkington of the wrestling world.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this guy, and I've heard a lot about him and Patrick, this other guy, who are apparently like shoe-ins for the final placements, and it's going to be between those two as to whoever wins. Explain ZZ to people who don't necessarily know what he's about.
He's Andy Kwan.
He's Andy Kwan.
He's Andy Kwan.
So he's what, like 5 foot tall?
No, he's an idiot.
Oh.
He's a fucking idiot, but he's brilliant.
Oh, he's a brilliant kind of idiot.
Yeah.
Not like Andy, who's the frustrating kind of idiotic. Neville is done because he lost a match on Raw. Yep. Brilliant, Andy. Flawless logic there. Twat. But anyway. Oh, he's got a stick! It's an axe handle, you fucker. But anyway.
Let me talk about my air bow for 10 more minutes, because I can't say the word. It's funny, isn't it? Laugh!
I don't go outside to have movies or sex at all, even though I try.
What's a Nando's? Sorry, anyway, I'll stop.
Yeah.
Repeating jokes is what Andy does. Anyway.
Yeah, he kills them.
The point is, ZZ is tough enough as Andy Kwan, right? He's just a fucking idiot, but he's brilliant because he's an idiot. Patrick, he, on the other hand, he's the opposite, but in a good way, in that he actually, he's very passionate about wanting to win it. And to me, he feels like the only one who I could see, genuinely wanting to be there, genuinely wanting to be a WWE wrestler. There's a guy who's from MMA, there's guys from football. It's like, I'm not entirely sure why they're there. Like, if you're a guy who went from MMA, the only reason why I can think of you going to wrestling is because you can't handle being kicked the fucking shit out of your face. That made sense. Every single month, right? That's the only reason why I can anticipate you jumping to WWE. Some of those women, clearly supermodels, right? Diane, she was way too hot to even know what a fucking suplex is.
Well, to be fair, like, to play devil's advocate here, I wouldn't use that as a way of being like, oh, she clearly knows nothing about wrestling, because Trish Stratus, one of the most attractive women on planet in her prime.
Yes, but she didn't start off as a wrestler. She started off as a manager.
Good point, but still, like...
What do you mean, good point? Only point.
Only point? Yeah, it's a good point. Shut up, I'm agreeing with you.
Brie Bella and Nikki Bella, yeah, right? The two top divas in the company right now, yeah, started off as models. They did the diva search, mate. They did.
Yeah, but
and even
my
now,
point being is that Trish Stratus
now,
is one of the best female athletes we've ever had, but Bella's a dog shit.
Doesn't matter though. Point is, the fucking Bellas, man, fuck them. I don't know what my point was. Oh yeah, supermodels. Clearly, Diane was like a supermodel. And by the way, she's getting married. Don't know if you knew that.
I don't care.
That's a joke, Sam. It's a joke because literally every 5 minutes should tell people that she was getting married. That's a joke. Laugh at the joke. Fuck you. You're a dickhead. You are a cock muncher.
Yeah, bring it. Every insult makes my erection that little bit stronger. So moving on from tough enough, unless you have any surmising points that you want to address to the audience.
I'm just fucking mentally scarred from you saying that.
Right, okay, so speaking of people who might be mentally scarred, Alberto Del Rio is feared missing after no-showing an event. The newly crowned Alberto El Patron was scheduled to appear for a benefit show by... What?
Are you linking mental scarring to autism?
No!
Dude!
I didn't even say that
cool.
yet!
Dude! Not cool, bro!
I don't have to take shit from you. I'm co-host of the year. Fuck you. But anyway, El Patron was scheduled to appear for a benefit show for autism, as Liam so crudely pointed out, for Clutch City Productions in Houston, Texas.
Cool.
But he didn't appear. So everyone thought, oh, he's clearly pulled a Benoit and killed himself. But no, he's fine. He's just at home.
It's sad that is now the automatic response for wrestling fans. Like, He's pulled a Benoit.
Yeah, really. I was actually on the Squared Circle subreddit, and there were loads of threads about, oh, El Patron is missing, and they're like, oh, I hope this isn't a Benoit. I hope this isn't a Benoit, and it's like, okay, just because when Benoit did what he did, he no-showed a show in the same town, actually, Houston, Texas,
8 years ago, mind you.
8 years ago, different times, and his close friends couldn't contact him either, like in this situation. That doesn't mean that they're going to be exactly the same, because for one, Del Rio at this point, or El Patron, or whatever the fuck he's called, I'm going to call him Del Rio, I don't care. He, at this point in his career, can't possibly have the same amount of brain damage that Chris Benoit did when he did what he did, so cool your jets, okay?
Plus, he's Mexican, guys.
What the fuck, Liam?
Well, he is!
What?
He is Mexican!
So?
Well, Benoit was Canadian.
So Alberto sent out a tweet saying, I couldn't attend the event.
It's colder in Canada than it is in Mexico.
And he's okay now. He's not pulling a Benoit. He's fine. I think this is the only amount of time anyone has ever cared about Alberto Del Rio.
I really want a burrito now.
Good God, this entire bit of news is a disaster.
What do you mean?
This entire bit of news is a disaster, mate.
No, it's not.
You're making fun of kids with autism.
No, you said... No, you said that there's a correlation between mental scarring and autism. You said that, right? You went...
Do you have proof?
Yeah, it's on this show. Go back and listen.
You have proof?
Yeah.
Okay, what did I say exactly word for word?
You said, speaking of mental scarring, an autism benefit was showed by Alberto Del Rio.
No.
That is exactly what you said.
No.
That is exactly...
That is not what I said. No. Speaking of people who might be mentally scarred, Alberto Del Rio is feared missing after no-showing an event.
You said, my name is Sam Brooks, and...
No. Hey.
Nothing you can say.
Hey. Shh. Grown-ups are talking. Dolph Ziggler has signed a new deal with the WWE.
But...
Who cares? I hate Dolph Ziggler. I don't give a shit. But after weeks of speculation that he might be leaving, he's reportedly signed a new contract and he's going to be in a movie. Do you want to know the plot of this movie, Liam?
Go on.
The thriller, titled 642, for whatever fucking reason, they obviously got the title from the microwave in the break room,
Right.
is centered around Ray Fitzpatrick, played by Ziggler. So an Irish guy.
Okay, should I recognize that name?
No, it's a fictional character, but Fitzpatrick, right, is an Irish name.
Yep.
And he's going to be played by Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Hollywood. Mr. Blonde hair, blue eyes, airy and genius over here is going to play an Irishman. Okay.
Right.
Fine.
Right.
But
yeah,
the plot of this movie is that he has to overcome his past whilst dealing with a plot to blow up a child with a bomb strapped to their chest.
This sounds like the fucking greatest movie I've ever heard of.
Sounds like Face Off 2. I'm so invested in this fucking thing. I don't care. I can't bring myself to give a shit about Dolph Ziggler anymore.
But
I
dude,
don't care.
A child might get blown up. It sounds amazing.
It's a movie. No, they'll have a happy ending, and Dolph Ziggler will save the children.
Not necessarily. Have you ever watched Get Carter?
Which point?
That does not have a happy ending.
Yes, but this isn't Get Carter.
But it could be. You don't know. You've
Not
not
gonna
seen the
not gonna
film yet!
You're not going to have Michael
You've not
Caine
seen the
come in and
movie!
just shoot everybody.
Mr.
That's not what's going to happen.
Mr. Ziggler, would you like the child to live or the Lamborghini? The
Lamborghini.
Boom!
End credits. Bam. That's brilliant. One week since you left me.
Sorry.
Who cares?
You've not
This
seen the
movie
film yet.
sounds
You don't know.
shit.
You don't know this shit. Did you write
The
it?
movie
Did you write
is
it? Are
terrible.
you the director?
Are you?
I could be for all you.
Are you? Are you?
That's beside the point.
No, but are
No,
you?
but that's beside the point. Though.
No, but are you actually?
Doesn't matter though.
Did you work on the Avengers?
I did. I fucking did as well. My name's in the.
Did you work on Spectre?
I fucking did. I don't know if my name.
Did you work on the new Jack Whitehall movie?
Fuck off.
Did you work on 642?
It's not in yet.
Go
It's not
fuck
being
yourself.
made. It's not being made yet. Anyway, the point is
Yeah, what's that?
Ziggler he doesn't have any direction at the moment. It's
Nope.
quite clear that they don't really know what to do with him.
No, they haven't known what to do with him for about 3
Yeah,
years
but it's
now, and it's the most frustrating thing.
It's particularly obvious right now, to the point where even I think he notices it. So he'll go off and he'll make 659, and he'll come and like WWE will be like, "Sorry, Dolph, still got nothing for you." And before you know it, it'll be like, "What's Mike Tenay? What's going on? It's Adolf Zigzag in the Impact Zone."
Oh my god!
What?
Why didn't you go for Dolph Ziggler? Which is already a running joke in this universe.
You clearly did not listen to Old School Suplah, where Adolf Zigzag is the his actual TNA name.
I'll believe that when I hear it, but anyway.
Right, do you want me to call Andy now? I will.
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Yeah, I want you to call Andy right
Call
now.
Andy right fucking now.
Whilst you do that, I'll tell everybody that Ziggler is expected back on TV before SummerSlam, most likely to continue his nothing feud with Rusev. Great. The worst feud that I've seen so far this year will continue at SummerSlam. Great. Okay, it's ringing now. Let's see this.
Come on, Andy. It's being a knob. Hello? Andy. Yeah. What was Dolph Ziggler's TNA name? Dolph Ziggler's TNA name was Adolf Zigzag. Told you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Told you!
Oh, no way. That's amazing.
Yeah, you are right now. Hello, Suplah fans. I am not there. We've already explained this. Okay. Adolf Zigzag. I told you, Sam. Adolf Zigzag.
Andy, you're a prick.
His GFW name will be Dolph Ziggler, though. Oh, there he goes. He said his GFW name will be Dolph Ziggler, though.
Dolph Ziggler, okay.
Dolph Ziggler. Zolf Dogler, there you go.
What's Zolf Dogler doing in the amp zone?
Alright, thank you, Andy. Alright, enjoy wanking. Enjoy wanking.
It amazes me that you've been
I told
friends
you.
for a decade now. It genuinely amazes me, but...
Your reaction when you were so proven wrong was amazing.
Because I didn't think that you would have the audacity to call him in the middle of the show to prove a point.
Oh, I fucking will when I know I'm right.
Oh, well, fair credit to you, mate, but... Andy mentioned GFW, so we might as well talk about the GFW news that we have.
Go on, then.
Okay, so GFW has basically announced their divisions titles for their first ever TV tapings. Jeff Jarrett, who is the newly crowned TNA King of the Mountain Champion, by the way, might as well be the champion of shit, because that belt means nothing. He revealed earlier this week that GFW will have 4 titles, with champions to be crowned at the new TV tapings at the end of July for their Amped TV show. The Global Champion, the Tag Team Champions, the Women's Champion, and the Next Star Gen Champion.
What's
will
that?
all be crowned. I don't know. All capital letters, NEX, asterisk, GEN, champion. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Mean anything? I think that's their mid-card belt.
That's the worst name for a mid-card belt. That is the worst name for a mid-card. Just... Also, what's the point of having a fucking mid-card belt? Why don't you just have, like, another division style? Like, could you, have a hardcore title, or a cruiserweight title, or a light heavyweight title, or a shit-eating title. Just something. What is it? I've never got the point of mid-card belts. They're meaningless. They're worth nothing. Sorry, rant over.
You have a point. You have an actual point. And to be fair, we don't actually know what the fuck the difference is between this and the Global Champion, which, by the way, is the most redundant name for a title I've ever heard. The Global Force Wrestling Global Champion. Are you kidding?
No. What if it is the Global Force Wrestling World Global Champion?
World Champion, Global Force Champion.
World Global Heavyweight Champion.
The Global Force Wrestling World Global Heavyweight Champion of Wrestling.
What the fuck, Jeff?
The Global Weight Champion.
The global weight. There you go. Fuck, that would be a heavy person.
That would be.
Jesus.
But I like how they have that and just the tag team and women's championships. Like they couldn't be bothered to give them individual names.
Well, that's how it should be though, because why would you like? Then I've never got why WWE's called it the Divas Championship when
No,
it's.
do you want to know why that crock of shit is called that? It's because they have superstars, which are men.
Then
So they need a
shouldn't be
name
that
for their
no.
women,
Then
which is
then
divas.
shouldn't the WWE World Heavyweight title be called the WWE Superstars Championship?
Exactly. By that logic, it should be, but it's not.
It's fucking stupid. It's bad. It's bad when the developmental system has a more respectable name and looking championship than the one on the main roster. It's a fucking pink butterfly. I can't get over it. We've mentioned it for the past 5 years. You know why? I can't get over it. It's a pink butterfly.
You'd think Andy would have designed it for all intents and purposes.
Andy would have just put a fucking pair of tits and a thong on it. That's what Andy would have done.
Why would a thong be on a pair of tits, Liam?
Because it's Andy and he doesn't know how sex works.
Very good point.
What is this? Should I put this on your chest?
I will put this on your face. Fuck it. All right.
Wear a mask.
It's like a mask, but you can see. All right, Andy. Whatever. Anyway, this is gone.
Oh my god.
This has gone weird.
Yeah, I got weird about half an hour ago, mate. But anyway, do you want to hear some of the names that are shortlisted for this whole like series of tournaments to be crowned champion?
Why, yes, Samuel. Yes, I would.
Okay, Liamson, I will tell you.
What?
Let me know if you recognize any of these names. Okay, there's a chance. There's a chance.
Slim chance.
You've heard of these names before.
Okay, slim chance. Go ahead.
Kurt Hawkins.
That's Kurt Hawkins from WWE, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Chris Masters.
That's Chris Masters from WWE. Yeah.
Mickey James.
That's from TNA WWE.
Bobby Roode.
TNA.
Magnus.
TNA.
Lady Tapper.
TNA.
Seiya Sanada.
That one I don't know.
TNA.
TNA.
And that's it. Oh, and sorry, Justin Gabriel.
WWE.
So, already, they've got absolutely zero original talents to take these championships.
Brilliant. Sounds like
And
TNA.
they're entirely made up of the mid-card and the undercards of WWE and TNA.
So, it's like, it's off to a bad start when they're using the mid-carders from TNA. Keeping in mind, TNA's world champion is a guy he didn't even debut on the WWE main roster. Just think about that for a second, guys. Just think about it for 1 minute.
And you know what makes it a whole lot worse?
Go ahead.
On this roster, they have talent like the Young Bucks, and people from CZW, I believe, and just a whole load of names. I'm going to go look at their roster page right now, actually, and I'm going to tell you who I think should be the champions, because it's none of these people. Why should any of these people be champion in GFW? This promotion that's meant to highlight the best in the world, but we've already seen these people, and we know that they are either
and even then,
okay-ish or mediocre.
The best in the world, clearly not even good enough for fucking TNA, which is a company that's on its arse.
Exactly.
How is it the best in the world?
Okay, let's take a look at this roster, shall we? I'm actually on the roster page right now.
Go on, tell me.
For some reason, Magnus is called Nick Aldis.
Okay.
Which is pronounced Aldi, or is spelled like Aldi, so he's clearly shopping at Aldi's now.
That's because he worked at TNA and they were paying him piss poor.
And late. Chris the Adonis
Fucking what a
Wardetsky.
shitty company, paying their employees late. That would not fly at any other fucking company in the world.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate that Chris Mordetsky is called the Adonis?
Just fuck this company, man.
Oh, and they also have Jim Cornette.
Why?
They also have Scott Steiner.
Fat asses!
They also have Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I thought he was with WWE.
So did I. Apparently not.
What the fuck happened there? That was quiet.
I don't know.
So you're telling me the guy who won the very first Royal Rumble, which wasn't even televised, is still wrestling? What?
Apparently so.
And I was complaining about the Undertaker, but fuck me sideways. The Undertaker looks
That's
like
not
he's
even. That's even worse, right? Because the talent that they do have on this roster who have never made it big include Colt Cabana,
brilliant.
Lance Hoyt.
Who?
I think it was like Lance or Vance Archer in WWE, so he never went anywhere.
Don't know.
Davey Boy Smith Jr.
D.H. Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moose from Ring of Honor.
Nope. Don't know.
Shelton Benjamin.
Ain't no stop me now.
And Chuck Taylor.
Who?
He's a
Isn't he a pair of shoes?
He's a PWG guy. He's great.
No, Chuck Taylor's a shoes, mate.
Yep, brilliant, Liam. A pair of shoes is now lacing up his wrestling boots, and he's going to be fighting.
Just a pair of shoes. To be fair, I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past TNA.
I wouldn't put anything past TNA at this point.
The new world champion, a pair of Chuck Taylors.
New World Heavyweight Champion, Reebok.
It's just a pair of shoes in the middle of the ring.
That's Ryback's removed cousin.
But no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
this roster looks like ass, aside from like maybe 5 or 6 people.
Now I don't follow GFW because I have a life.
No one does.
Okay.
No one follows it.
I thought the whole point was that it was going to be a collection of independent promotions who would then, like in an hour-long show, they would give out a match from a show that they've done in somewhere, and then that would be broadcast. So you could have a show from like CZW or New Japan.
Do you actually
for
know
wrestling.
any of the promotions that they paired up with, Liam?
No,
Because they haven't paired up with CZW at all.
Or that
Or
one.
Barry Wrestling Federation, no. They've partnered with people like AAA, New Japan, TNA for some fucking reason.
Why?
I don't know. Probably for the same
Why?
reason why Jarrett is their current king of the mountain champion.
It's just, it doesn't make sense. I'm not. What are they trying to do?
Have you heard the plans that they had for a TNA GFW invasion angle?
Yeah, because apparently they fired TNA people to go to the GFW, who will then invade TNA. That's
Yeah.
like shitting in your mum's living room and then going over for dinner.
That is literally what that is. You hit the nail on the head with that allegory. Or
That's
you shat on the carpet with that allegory.
it's literally that is what it is. It's
But fucking
stupid.
the only reason GFW has been picked to do this invasion angle is because literally everybody else TNA approached said no. And it's because, right? Another bit of news here. TNA's next invasion angle was originally supposed to be done with Ring of Honor, who recently signed on to Destination America, the same network as TNA. Do you want to know what the plan was originally?
Go on, tell me what the original plan was.
A top Ring of Honor talent, right?
Yeah.
A top Ring of Honor talent, say Jay Briscoe, Jay Lethal, anyone like that, will go into TNA. One of them, just one guy, would go into TNA, attack a TNA talent backstage, and they would have a match where the TNA man would go over. No wonder they said no.
And you know what makes me laugh as well?
What?
If they use Jay Lethal was in TNA.
As Black Machismo.
So that wouldn't. It's kind of like the idea of Magnus and Bobby Roode invading TNA. It doesn't make sense because they were in TNA.
That's literally like you're living in a rundown piece of shit place, like I don't know, wherever Andy lives right now, and he moves into a mansion where everything is better than what you've already done, but you decide to live in the shithole anyway.
It's like, imagine if you've got a silk bed, right? The most comfortable bed you could possibly imagine.
I'm right there.
Right? It's huge. It's like queen sized. It's bigger than it's basically a room that is a bed. Just a giant
I'm
bed.
in a padded cell, Liam.
But a nice one. right?
A nice one.
It's got silk. Silk
Silk.
makes everything nice.
Right, it's a luxurious prison cell, okay.
You take a shit on the pillow. Where are you going to sleep?
Why do all of your allegories involve shit?
Hey,
Are you seriously that one-track minded, mate?
it could be Andy, where everything is spaff or cum or
Oh, yeah.
jizz.
God, I still don't understand that man's obsession with semen. I really don't.
I think Freud would have a fucking field day talking to him.
You know, we've said that multiple times, and it isn't any less true than when we first said it last year.
It's so true, though. The guy, to say that he's apparently heterosexual, he has a. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but
No, God forbid, we're in 2015. Everything's okay.
I think, genuinely, I think he's scared dicks are delicious. That's what I think he is. I think that's what it is. Because he has a weird obsession with semen.
It's almost as if he wants to be caked in the stuff.
Are we just trying to pimp him out to a bukkake session here?
You know what? It would end the streak.
That's a very good point, actually, because now that gay marriage is legal in most of the Western world, we have now opened up the rules and said gender doesn't apply. So,
Well, to get married, we could suck each other's dicks all we wanted beforehand, we just couldn't
not
get married.
necessarily. In the 60s, you could have been arrested for that shit.
But we're not in the 60s, Liam.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Because
But,
fucking hippies are twats.
So I think that's the best note that we could possibly end the show on. Hippies are twats, Liam Dunn, 2015.
Put that on my gravestone.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, fucking. I don't want to. Okay.
What?
You just went, yeah, fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking of something else.
You were clearly thinking of Andy in a bukkake session.
Weren't you?
To be fair, right? I bet we could.
It's everywhere.
Oh, it's in my eyes. To be fair, no, seriously, right?
Should have worn a thong. That would protect me from this spaff.
No, right, okay. To be fair, I think because he's a novelty act, I think we could pimp him out for quite a bit of money.
Are you saying that we sell Andy?
I've been saying that for years. I don't think anyone's taken me seriously until now.
You know what? We've already done this. I want you to call him and tell him your great idea.
Okay, hang on. Let's call him.
This is what the end of the show will be, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna give Andy Quan a call and just talk to him about a potential bukkake session. Fuck it. What else are we gonna do?
I'm so happy this is happening. I hope he picks up.
Hey. Hello. I've got a plan for you to end the streak, by the way. Okay, what plan is this? Would you be... No, you're not. Would you be willing to do a bukkake session? A bukkake session? Yes.
The show has come to an end. Liam and Sam have approached Andy with a dastardly plan to end the streak. A bukkake session. Will Andy accept? Is the fate of the world in jeopardy? Find out on the next exciting episode of the Suplah Podcast.